Hey, what's up? This is Benny Sunshine, and now the place that I live in has a Wi-Fi connection, so I won't have to travel all over creation to get an internet connection on my phone, so I can actually upload videos from where I am. So that's nice. Anyways, I want to talk about a particular experience that I had yesterday with the customer service rep. Now, I'm not talking about the business. I'm talking about this. I'm going in on this particular customer service representative that I actually got to meet in person because I was renting a truck from the business that this individual works at. So I later found out this individual was an assistant manager at this business. But anyways, first of all, I'm going to talk about the way he looked. All right, he was some type of Spanish, I'm convinced. He was ugly. I don't have anything against any, race or whatever. So I'm just talking about this particular individual. If I had to guess, I'd say we're Puerto Rican, and I'm gonna call him Mexican because I'm pretty sure that would piss him off. And so this, I don't know, Mexican, whatever hybrid he was or whatever. First of all, he looked ugly. He was skinny. He was tall. I guess that's the only thing you could say he had going for him. So, anyways, he had no face whatsoever. It was like this nasty, narrow, pale, emaciated look. And he had the, you know how they do the buzz cut and then the faux hawk is like in the middle, like that curly little one line. A lot of the, like some people, I've seen that in a lot of Spanish people, and they have like that curly, like, his hair had that one curly strand that they try to make it like a mohawk or something. Then they tie it in the back with a rubber band with this little bit of hair on the back. He had a rubber band on the back and his head was shaved. He looked like nasty, and he had like this piercing on his face. I don't have anything against face piercings. It's clearly not my thing. But if you do have any, like if you do wear them, whatever. But this guy looked nasty with that. I think it was like under here or something. He had like a little piece of like goat hair or whatever. And his face, like nothing that he did, even the tattoos he had were ugly. It didn't do anything to him all aesthetically. So he's not appealing. In any universe, I can't see where he'd be considered attractive. Back to the point. So, all right, the first time we had an interaction, I called. I said, excuse me, hello, I'm nice. I do the whole little spiel. And I'm like, do you have any trucks available for rental, like pickup trucks? And he said, yes, we do. So I'm like, okay, great. I'll be over there. And so I have to take the bus. So you all know that, like, if you've watched the videos, I take the bus. And so it takes me a little bit longer to get to places where I need to be. So I get there. Our first interaction seems to go okay. Everything's fine. He rents me the truck. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll have it back in a couple hours. And he's like, all right, great. So that interaction went fine. As I'm out using the truck, I noticed the gas gauge is a lot closer to E than it normally is when I rent these trucks. And I'm like, okay, I've never had to deal with it. So I call in the customer service rep, which wasn't the person I talked to the first time. It's someone else. Someone else picked up. So I guess it was the representative at the, I don't know, at the company or whatever, I assume. She's like, oh, I apologize. She's like, I tell her that the gas gauge is lower than it should be. So I end up putting $30 in out of my hard-earned money into the gas tank unwillingly because I don't think this person told me like where the gas needed to be. So I'm like, where the gas I didn't think the gas was where it was supposed to be. So I'm upset because I've already spent $30. But I'm polite on the phone. Like, I'm not, ratchet or anything like that. I'm very polite. So I call in, I put the $30 in, I go to turn in the truck because I'm done using it. And as soon as I walk in the door, this first nasty ass Puerto Rican looking dude that I told you about, the first thing he says is, oh, go parking around here. I looked down and I was like, all right. And then I didn't. I put the keys down. I was like, you can park it. I need to talk to your superior. So, he's, I'm like, who's the manager? He went, I'm the assistant manager. When I need to talk to your superior, he went, and then he calls his manager or whatever. He's like, this lady said that I tried to, there's a guest at the front that needs to see you. This lady said I tried to hustle her out of money, and I did say that when I first walked in the door after I was bringing the truck back. I did say that, and then he came out front. Whoever the manager was, he came very polite. They almost lost my business that day. This particular store because of that guy. So I felt better after talking to the head manager. He went outside with me. I told him about the gas gauge situation. He's like, oh, you overfilled it. And when he never showed me the gas gauge, like they were. So he was saying I overfilled it. The manager that I spoke to, like, he never showed me the gas gauge. I was like, okay, cool, overfilled it. But I'm glad you explained it to me. But he never showed me what it was. I believe, like every time I've rented a truck, they always show me the gas gauge and how much money I need to put in it, and I never had to come out of pocket with that much money. But I do blame the man that I had to deal with, that ugly Puerto Rican, for not showing me the gas gauge before I rented the truck, because I had to come out of pocket hard. And yeah, today I even still feel that hole in my pocket because I needed that money for other stuff. Like, I'm not struggling, but it would have been nice to have that little cushion of extra money. And I know $30 isn't a lot for some people, but still, I need my money, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Anyway, so the guy politely explains to me how much gas I only needed to put in it, and I ended up overcharging myself because I put too much gas in it. He goes over everything. I tell him how rude the associate was and how he told me to put the thing over there. I wanted to anywhere I can leave a comment, which I did, which is with his name in it and store location, about my unpleasant experience. And he's like, yeah, sure, or whatever. He said, anytime you need to come back, just ask for me and I'll take care of you. So he was really great. I was like, thank you. And so I ended up turning in the truck, and that was that. But yeah, custom, like, that nasty ass Puerto Rican, like, seriously, I was like, you need to retrain him. I told the manager or something, because that's not gonna work. And I was very polite and respectful. I don't know where he came, I don't know where he thought, in what universe he thought it was okay or whatever, with his ugly ass jacket. He was wearing a sweater. He didn't even look professional. He looked like he just walked in on the street and started working. I was like, seriously, like, I know you're a manager, but even if you're a manager, you need to make sure you look like you're a manager. Because if I walk into a business and I can't tell the manager from the associates or from the customers, there's a problem. And he didn't have any official, shirt or anything. Like, some people, you guys really need to start looking at your appearances. Like, if you're in a position of authority, you need to look like the manager. Because if I walk into a business, I like to be able to spot who's who. And it doesn't look good. I'm just gonna be honest. As a customer, and even as an associate, it doesn't look good. I can't really take you. It's harder to take people seriously if you don't look like you're the fucking manager. Like, seriously. But yeah, this is Benny Sunshine. Stay posted, guys. More coming soon.